Hi everybody, you know who it is, it's Steak here. I've already dismantled the train, but I'm keeping the depot because you never know if you need a train. But I'll show you how to make cable cars today. Whoopee! Now, cable cars are different because there's there's three connectors. It's these three. Now, this one, cable car station, now this is the only one that can curve. Which sounds kind of suspicious, but we're gonna use these, we don't need that many items. I'm just gonna siding, and of course the cable car connector. These are the three items we need. That's literally it. Now making stations is actually pretty simple. Now I'm deciding that we're gonna do a left-hand cable car, which just basically means that it's gonna have a little arm on the left. So we're not gonna block the left, even though we don't have to. Oh yeah, and also this one. This is a good height, good and decent height for it. Just make a small little station, nothing too big. But please note a few things about cable cars. Cable cars are very different than trains, and I'll explain it to you later. But yeah, we're just gonna put platform, and then just 1, 2, 3, and then just make it turn this way. Just a short turn's usually pretty good. On my other train, it takes far too long. The other cable car system I met. It just takes too long for the cable car to actually run, which is kind of annoying, but I can fix it later. So make sure it's nice and tall. You can change height with this, but your choice. Now actually for once we're going to go off the testing cube. I know, right? It's a miracle. Now the thing about these little connectors, one I'm holding right now, is you have to do it in a straight line. It can go down and up, but it has to be straight. No curves, no nothing. In fact, that's why I'm just following the ground. I need to make sure I don't lose track of it. If you just heard that squealing, that's the ambient block for the London Underground, for the little thing I showed you earlier. London Underground mod. That's what that is. So, yeah. But pretty much you can just do a goofy setup. Now, obviously, cable cars are different, so this is going to be much longer. This is going to be a much longer setup. That's the only thing I don't really like, because cable cars prefer to be longer. But yeah, as you can see, when you deselect it, you only see this. I'm gonna have the depot right here. The depot can actually be extremely small because of how the cable cars work. They duplicate. They literally duplicate. I'm not kidding. They just duplicate. Like pretty much, this should be enough length. Should be plenty of length for the depot. Look. Yep, just put that there. Then next, follow this in a straight line all the way to the edge of the map. Yada yada yada. 1, 2, 3. The only thing I don't really like is the fact that when you make these connections where there's something underneath it, it goes extremely slow. But when it's in these connections where there's only the line, it goes faster. And it goes really slow when it's on the slow connections. I mean, really slow. Like really slow. Like slower, just really slow. Yeah, that's why I recommend having something like this. So it slows down a bit before entering the station, like down here. Like if you go down here, you can see they queue up before the station, because else it would just zoom past the station. But as you can see, this is how slow they go in station. As soon as it touches the line, look how fast it goes. Boom. It just accelerates to 30 kilometers an hour, which is a lot. It's very fast. I just realized this one actually needs to be this connector. Yeah. I just realized I never used the whatchamacallit. The rail removal tool. I just delete the node and it works perfectly fine. Yeah, try to make these curves as short as possible, because you're gonna have a bunch of cable cars queued up there. And you most likely don't want that. To make sure this is in line. So where would this go? So follow the line. Yeah, but basically, it's the same thing as placing rails. You know, if you understand what I mean, it's pretty much the same as placing rails. You just right click. It's pretty simple. Now, this loop is going to be a big loop. It's going to be bigger than the other loops, and I might actually keep this loop because it's mostly out of the way. There's the see it, say it sorted. Just realized you can hear it from the surface, which is not a good thing, but okay. Remember, we're making a left-hand setup, and what that means is basically the cable car arm is going to be on the left. So try not to block the left. Trying to see which is the good height. I think that I don't remember. There's a curve restriction, so I don't know if that would work. Okay, no, it doesn't. That's actually a little bit too back now that I realize. Plus, also, this was good one more higher. As you can see, placing things in this game is very trial and error. Basically, just keep right-clicking something until it works. That's my motto. Just keep doing something until it works. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna... I guess I'll move this one back, just to make the curve nice and short. It's just called place it until it actually places. Especially when making a very compact, like, what do you mean invalid cable? How? Is that not good enough for you? Is this not good enough for you? Guess what, guys? I'm gonna do it. Pretty much, you just keep going until it tells you that what? Ow. Connect, gosh. Just freaking connect. Ah! Please stand by. Will that work? Okay. Will you work? Okay, what? No. What? I'm so confused. I mean, it works, so I'm not complaining, but still. Actually, I am complaining, because it works. There we go. And finally, that should be our loop completed. So now if we just get rid of everything, get the cable car dashboard. There it is. Car dashboard, make a new route. Oh, yeah. Untitled is the best route name. So we're gonna start from here. I just realized this is under Sussex Station. I mean, station. Yeah, make a new station. I need to stop giving them. Oh, you can also call the station untitled. Depots. You know what to do. Make another depot. Yippity yappity. Make sure it's on left hand. LHT, that's good. We don't really care. And then select this and I just windowed my thing. Select it, instructions, untitled. You know what to do. If you don't know what to do, then oof. And as you can see, they will just spawn in. You just look here. It's just going to spawn another one. Oh yes, also, don't forget about the platforms. The platforms are very important. Like, the doors will literally not open if you don't have platforms. They physically cannot open if you don't have platforms. So remember your platforms, guys. There you go. As you can see, they'll just walk in, skedaddle like that. Yep. They'll just go. Doors will close, and they'll go all the way down. You can see the acceleration. But pretty much, it just goes in an infinite loop. Once it reaches the depot, it despawns, a new one spawns, yada, yada, yada. There it is, and there it is, and it's a nice little journey. Nice and quick and easy. Here it is, down at the bottom. It's going to be in the queue of what I call painful curves. Because it's very painful. Oh my. I just realized how tall I made this. This is way too tall. Is that good? That looks like a good height. Now, obviously, if you want to follow this tutorial, make it actually look nice. Like, don't actually make it look poo-poo like mine. Like, I'm just doing this just to show you how the mod works. Like, yeah. What would you do here? This is, again, something one way, because this cable car goes into the depot, and it despawns. It disappears. You can watch it. Look. It's going to arrive here. It's going to stop. It disappeared, and a new one spawned in. If you want, I can show you the entire route. Just hop in, that one's leaving. Just hop in a cable car. The station is untitled. Cable cars are extremely easy to set up, but they're slow. They're painful, they're slow, their cars are going 5 miles an hour. But most importantly, they don't support PIDSs, they don't support platform screen doors. They don't really support much. So this is just looking like hop on, hop out. It's a cable car, guys. They don't even support signals. It's just, but it's still stations, so you can still do ticket barrier things.
Doesn't look right. Speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016.
But pretty much, cable cars are pretty simple. This is just a simple basic tutorial. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you next time. Zoom. As you can see, it's going 30 kilometers an hour. It's gonna go into the depot. I'm gonna get kicked out. You can also, yeah, there you go. Look, I got kicked out. And there, I'm no longer part of the cable car. That happens with trains too. When it reaches the depot, you just get kicked out. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial about cable cars. I'm probably gonna go make another station, and I'll see you guys later. Adios, niños.